Hey friend. Welcome to Tiny Gratitude, where tiny joy is big joy. And I'm walking to one of my favorite parks in the entire world. It's called Volunteer Park in Seattle. And it's my favorite park because I grew up in this neighborhood. It's very nostalgic for me, and it's also incredibly beautiful. Okay, so this is why you wear rain boots. Okay, so one misconception about Seattle is that it's constantly downpouring, but that's actually not true. The rain in Seattle is usually very light, kind of like kind of like it's spitting on you, but it is constant. And then there's also that like constant blanket of gray, like the gray sky, as you guys can see. Okay, so honestly, I was going to wait until it was finally sunny again so that I could show you guys the park in its full glory, but that kind of got me to thinking about how it's never the perfect right time to do anything, and things are beautiful in all of their forms. And so I wanted to show you the park on a rainy day because I think it's still beautiful. It still gives me amazing vibes and solitude, and whether like it's cloudy or sunny doesn't really take away from that at all. I still find the peace that I need and the silence that I need while I'm walking here. So okay, one thing about Seattle, oh my gosh, you guys, it's hopping away from me. There's a crow right there, and Seattle has so many crows. Like, you know, a flock of crows is called a murder of crows. It's freaking creepy, you guys. So creepy. Also, showing you guys the park on a rainy day, I feel like is a really good metaphor for the fact that, like, not every day is sunny. Y'all, not the cliche, but literally not every day is sunny, but that doesn't mean that it's not a beautiful day and that you can't get anything from that day. I literally went on a run yesterday while it was pouring. Like, I used to look at people and I was like, who would do that? And I'd be like, bro, you're doing the most. Like, calm down. It was never that serious. But then I was like, you know what? I really just need a pick-me-up. So I'm just going to go, like, on a quick run around this park. And I got about, like, halfway through. Like, I didn't finish. I've been practicing running and, like, not being perfect at it and being okay with being out of breath and stopping and starting again because, like, you know, perfectionism mindset, it keeps us from doing hard things sometimes because we're just, like, not perfect at it right away. And I used to run a lot when I was younger. So I also fall in the trap of, like, you know, comparing myself to my past version that could literally run 5 to 10 miles, y'all. That's the type of time I used to be on. And I can run about 2 miles now, though. And I worked my way up because since I've been back home in Seattle from grad school, I've just been like, I want to be kinder to myself. I want to be tender with myself. And I just want to really take care of myself. And so I've been working on doing uncomfortable things imperfectly. Okay, and then there's this huge field here where a lot of people play soccer and such as that. These are actually 2 trees right next to each other. Do you guys see the points? But it looks like one huge tree. Ew, it's so muddy, but it's also, like, so beautiful. Yo, there's another crow. I'm telling you guys, there's so many crows. Crow. Crow. Okay, so basically, we have crows like New York has pigeons. That's all I'm trying to say, you guys. And there's another crow across the street. This is where the Dahlia Garden usually is. This reminds me of the seasons, you know, everything is temporary, everything is passing, everything has its place, its time, and its moment. And like, I'm happy that I can wait in anticipation for the Dahlia Garden in the summer. You know, like it gives me something to look forward to. Thank God that I have something to look forward to, right? Okay, Squirrely. Okay, Squirrely. Why is he looking at me like that though? Why is he running up on me? Don't run up on me! Ah! Ah! I just got ran down by a freaking squirrel, you guys. Like, I can't. I can't. I gotta get out of here. Another Seattle thing that I did not know was just a Seattle thing is spider season. They are everywhere. There are webs literally everywhere. Like, if you're like me and you hate spiders, okay, they are good luck, but I don't like them. So if you're like me and you hate spiders, then spider season is a little scary, okay? It is the same time around like Halloween, so it's like doubly spooky. Like, honestly, spiders are the real jump scare. Scarier than any ghost to me, okay? Behind the trees is the Asian Art Museum. So I've actually never been, despite growing up here. It's funny how like you can come to the same place so many different times, but like in your mind, you have a certain thing that you do at that place, or you know, you just don't think to do other things. Like literally like that museum. It's like, I love museums. I really do. And yet, because I look at the park as a place, like I said, like to get solitude, to get alone, to work out, you know, to be amongst nature, I've never like been like, oh, let me stop by the museum though. So, you know, we gotta get out of our routine sometimes. I also want to point out that this is actually my very first vlog ever. And I'm super nervous but excited about it. I'm really proud of myself for doing this because it's something that I wanted to do for a very long time, and I just haven't, probably out of fear. Honestly, I like the little mic. Ew, okay. Whether it's working or not, it makes me feel like a little, I kind of feel like a little weather reporter though. Maybe that's just because it's wet and rainy, but I feel like a little like, hey, my name is Zoe and today we're going to have gray. Yeah. Okay, so maybe being a forecaster is not my strong suit. That was super awkward. But anyway, so I'm almost around the entire park, and I just wanted to say that I'm starting this channel because I'm a very anxious person, and people say that they don't see that when they look at me. But it's very much true, you know. I can be as confident as ever, but I still have a lot of anxiety and I still have a lot of things that I have to work through. And one of the things that helps me work through things that I feel anxious about, scenarios, situations, eras, all of those things, is gratitude. So coming to the park and really being grateful for the rain, even though it's very inconvenient, just like reframing that. And I'm walking up a hill, y'all, so if I sound a little out of breath, that's why. I don't want to take anything for granted. Like, that's what causes discontent and unhappiness. Things are, sometimes I don't feel the best and such as that, but I really do believe that everything has its moment. Things are temporary, and getting out in nature helps me. It reminds me of that. And I live in a very, I'm from a very outdoorsy city, and so someone might be like, girl, you acting like you out in the mountains or you out in the forest for real. Shout out to the redwoods though. Me and my mom and my auntie went one year. Fire. But it's just like, the park is nature. That's what it's there for. So I don't think I should be doing anything bigger but going down the street and appreciating the beauty that is there for me. This entire video I have been talking about some of the things that I am grateful for. I want to do like an actual list for you guys though. At the top of my list is going to be the rain. I'm grateful for the rain because it is always giving sound, music to my ears. It helps calm me down. So that's at the top of my list. The second thing that I am thankful for is the holiday season. Christmas is coming up. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. I love the lights and I do love Christmas cheer. I know that it can be kind of nostalgic for some people, a little sad, but it's also a time for us to be there for each other even more. Yeah, and the third thing that I'm grateful for is my little coffee that I had today. I went down to the store, and got me and my mom some coffee, and it was hitting. And then we watched some Real Housewives of New York throwbacks, some really good fights. Shout out if you know the Amsterdam Dinner from Hell. You're one of my people because we've watched that a million times. It is pure drama, pure soap opera, and we love that. So that's what we did at like 8 in the morning. You know, the Real Housewives are for any time, at any place. All right, so those are the 3 things that I'm thankful for, and I'm gonna hand y'all over this mic, even though it's not working. I'm gonna hand you guys over the mic, and I want you guys to also say 3 things that you're thankful for and leave them in the comments. So if you wait, there you go. I'm giving you the mic, girl. Okay, so yeah, this is Volunteer Park. It's one of my favorite parks, like I said, and it has really helped me be home. You know, Seattle's a very complicated place for me, but it has been really good that I've been back home. I will say that. I do love my family, so that's been an amazing part of it, and I'm finding out new things about Seattle that have actually made me think a little bit differently about it. So that's good. You know, when you grow up, wherever you grew up, you always have some memories, you know, but you know what, Seattle's making up for it. So here's to gratitude and reframing. Yeah, okay, bye.